Skateboard wheels click against the pavement gaps. You roll your windows down to lose the city noise. Traffic horns fade behind our shoulder straps. Leave the deadline stress for all the other boys. You look at me and point toward the bluest line, where concrete ends and coastal air begins. Kick off those heavy canvas shoes. We made it right on time. There is no room for city blues. Under the shade of pine, feel the water hit your ankles now. Let the ocean wash away the week. You were working way too hard somehow. Now the breeze is all you need to speak. We got a cool drink sitting in the shade, and the bass line dropping soft and slow. Look at the paradise we made. Nowhere else you need to go. You toss your denim jacket on the drift and count the white caps rolling down the sand. The palm tree shadows start to shift. You hold an icy lime soda in your hand. Remember when you said you needed space? Well, here it is, 3 miles of open foam. Kick off those heavy canvas shoes. We made it right on time. There is no room for city blues. Under the shade of pine, feel the water hit your ankles now. Let the ocean wash away the week. You were working way too hard somehow. Now the breeze is all you need to speak. We got a cool drink sitting in the shade, and the bass line dropping soft and slow. Look at the paradise we made. Nowhere else you need to go. The tide comes in to cool your toes. Your laugh is lighter than it was at noon. Forget about the streetlights lined in rows. We have the afternoon. Just breathe the salt, my friend. Let the wave wash over you. The summer does not have to end while the ocean stays this blue.
7:05 glows on the wall clock screen, while I'm about to coast in a hologram green. In 2 more months we'll buy the midday pass and step off the shuttle on a tidal glass. You'll wear that linen coat with silver thread, with ocean breeze swirling around your head. I picture the moment our ankles feel the foam, 1,000 miles north of this concrete home. The synth bass will roll like a gentle tide, with nowhere to rush, no place to hide. Someday the cold spray will wash off the glare, salt in the wind and bright light in our hair. We'll drink ice botanical tea on the sand, holding the summer inside our left hand. When the speakers play salt by the turquoise crest, that's where our future will finally rest. The countdown is set for July 29. We'll rent a small deck past the coconut line, synthetic bamboo under barefoot steps, trading the winter for warm water depths. A marimba rhythm will slice through the heat, bringing the chill pull straight to our feet. I picture the moment our ankles feel the foam, 1,000 miles north of this concrete home. The synth bass will roll like a answer the call. Chilled ocean, waters ahead. Chilled ocean, waters ahead. Yeah. Violet illumination bleeds into the shallow foam, casting lavender reflections on the sea glass below. I sit beside my portable speaker on the cool sand, adjusting the volume while the plucky synth chords flow. Someone drops a towel 3 feet to my right, shadowing the bright teal hue of the evening tide. You lean across the driftwood and glance at my phone, asking if the track playing is something I wrote. I laugh and say it is just a fresh mix from a friend, a tropical groove to make the humid air bend. You're not alone, letting the bassline take hold, finding a rhythm in a story untold. Sitting on the shore with the song between two strangers, listening to ocean spray mixed with major chords. You ask me for the tide while the warm breeze turns cool, trading quiet answers on a sea salted floor. We do not need names to share the same beat, just a chill beach anthem and the tide at our feet. You hand me a cold slice of watermelon on a paper plate, saying good music sounds better when shared this late. The light shifts from deep orchid to a pale mint shade, matching the gentle tempo of the beat we just made. You point at the speaker and ask for the artist again, wondering how a basin can sound like a friend. I tell you the chorus is about staying right here, where the water washes away every worry and fear. The surf hums in key with the tropical pitch, a stranger turn listener in a brief evening switch. No history needed, no heavy demands, just two pairs of bare feet resting on cool sand. Sitting on the shore with the song between two strangers, listening to ocean spray mixed with major chords. You ask me for the tide while the warm breeze turns cool, trading quiet answers on a sea salted floor. We do not need names to share the same beat, just a chill beach anthem and the tide at our feet. The light fades to midnight, cobalt and soft silver gray. You save the track name before walking away. The speaker keeps playing as the tide rolls in, a shared melody where new moments begin.
Where does the water go when it stops being blue? I leave my haptic bracelet buried 3 inches in damp tight sand. The screen is posting a red under the salt crust, but I don't dig it up. Coconut oil running down my shoulder, tasting like synthesized summer. Someone 3 umbrellas down is playing a synth pop remix from 2028. I wonder if my profile is still accumulating ghost views while I float. My thoughts are skimming like flat stones across the surf. 1 bounce for missing you, 2 bounces for not caring, 3 bounces for the temperature of the Pacific. Everything melts when you stop holding it tight. This isn't a post, it's just a feeling without a caption. Salt on my eyelids, sunburn creeping under my smart visor. We pay for 7 days of doing nothing at all, and my brain is running diagnostic loops on the tide lines. Washing out, washing in, washing out again. Why am I trying to remember how to rest? The water is warmer than the swimming pool back home. I touch a piece of smooth plastic that looks almost like jade. Did the sea make it pretty, or did we just ruin the ocean in style? Your hand brushes my wrist, cool and smelling of wine soda. isn't a post, it's just a feeling without a caption. Salt on my eyelids, sunburn creeping under my smart visor. We paid for 7 days of doing nothing at all, and my brain is running diagnostic loops on the tide lines. Washing out, washing in, washing out again. Why am I trying to remember how to rest? Glitter on the water, biodegradable, shine from yesterday's beach club. I close my eyes and see grid lines behind my retinas. Then they dissolve into green foam, soft foam, cold foam. What if we just stayed here until the autumn server update? What if we forgot our passwords on purpose? Where does the water go when the daylight falls? Footprints filling up with silt before I even step away. Floating on my back now, nothing to answer, just the sky going gray, then velvet, then gone.
A chip magnetic room key sits beside my condensation ring glass of ice. My notifications are set to silent now, a luxury I didn't think twice to buy. The tide keeps breathing in and out against the concrete pilings down below. I tell myself I am completely relaxed, even if my pulse is a little slow. I scroll through mental lists of who I was last week. The surf just washes over everything I speak. I am floating in a low battery state, watching the horizon blur and reset. The saltwater stings every minor mistake that I haven't quite managed to forget. For 7 whole days I don't have to explain why I let the ocean quiet my brain. The breeze smells like salt and cheap strawberry ice, melting fast on the wooden railing where I lean. My toes are buried deep in coarse white sand, far away from any glowing glass screen. I wonder if the version of me back home is missing the silence I finally found, or if she is just waiting for me to return, to turn back up the static sound. I trace the circle left by my glass on wood. I never thought stepping back would feel this good. I am floating in a low battery state, watching the horizon blur and reset. The saltwater stings every minor mistake that I haven't quite managed to forget. For 7 whole days I don't have to explain why I let the ocean quiet my brain. Maybe I don't need to save every view. Maybe the sky looks better when it isn't on a display. I pull my knees up tight to my chest, watching the waves sweep the afternoon away. No cloud storage for the way this breeze feels. Just me right here as the shoreline heals. The room key is warm in my hand now. The tide washes in, washes out. I am fine right here. I am quiet now. Just the waves and me washing out.
3:38 blinks on the digital face, a silent timestamp from a future place. I close my eyes and see the tide come in, where cold sea air meets sun warm skin. We haven't bought the plane tickets yet, or washed the city off our silhouettes, but I can hear the steel drums softly play across a shore 10 years away. I picture pucks of light up on the sound wave, the nature plucks a light upon the sound wave, the gentle tempo that we set to save. A wireless speaker resting in the shade, playing the track we haven't even made. Someday we will sit where the foam turns white, listening to synth chords in the fading light. A cool sea breeze chilling every beat, set cooling down beneath our bare feet. I can feel that moment coming clear, even if we're stuck right here. It's a future scene mapped in my chest, where the ocean currents do the rest. No rushing traffic, no ringing phone, just marimba melodies we call our own. Someday we will sit where the phone turns white, listening to synth chords in the fading light. A cool sea breeze chilling every beat, set cooling down beneath our bare feet. I can feel that moment coming clear, even if we're stuck right here. 3:38 blinks on the screen again, just a matter of time until then. Cool water, warm air, distant song, that's where we belong.
A solid titanium lounger presses deep into the wet sand. I am sitting still for the first time in 7 years with my hands folded. Do you remember when we thought taking an hour off was a dangerous gamble? You were 16 staring at 3 blue screens in a dark bedroom, measuring your worth by green check marks on a server log. Now the tide is cold around my ankles and nobody's calling us. I took the smart band off my wrist today, slipped into the mesh side pouch without a sound. I wish I could send a low frequency pulse back through the timeline, just to tell you to unlace your boots and put down the pen. Dear younger self, you made it across the border of your own head. We sit by the salt, cross the breakers, now doing absolutely nothing instead. You didn't have to carry every sky before it fell. The ocean doesn't ask for a report on how well you slept. You can stop running, we are allowed to rest. The solar canopy hums a low harmonic above me, casting clean shadows. I keep thinking of your frantic travel mugs and cold toast. You believed if you paused for a single afternoon the future would vanish, but the waves keep pulling the silica smooth whether we watch or not. I drank lime water through a paper reed and let the spray hit my collarbone. You would've called this wasting daylight, but I call it surviving. I took the smart band off my wrist today, it slipped into the mesh side pouch without a sound. I wish I could send a low frequency pulse back through the timeline, just to tell you to unlace your boots and put down the pen. Dear younger self, you made it across the border of your own head. We sit by the salt crusted breakers, now doing absolutely nothing instead. You didn't have to carry every sky before it fell. The ocean doesn't ask for a report on how well you slept. You can stop running, we are allowed to rest. If I could send a paper boat upstream through 2026, I would write it on the back of a damn hotel receipt. The world does not collapse when you close your eyelids. The horizon stays right where you left it. You were not built to be an engine, you were built to feel the foam rush up your shins. The solid chair holds my entire weight without complaining. I close my eyes and breathe the iodine air for both of us. Rest now, past kid, we made it to the water. We finally made it to the water. 11:42 glimmers in projection mode. while city traffic hums outside my high-rise studio window. I close my eyes and fast forward past these final exam weeks, imagining the sound of low tide dragging across smooth basalt rock. We will rent that solar cabana down by the South Cove, leaving our handheld displays dark inside canvas bags. I can already feel the heat humming off the wooden deck, the scent of wild kelp and thermal sunscreen floating in. We aren't there yet, but I am counting down the shifts, building every frame of the water inside my head. Picture us on the coral shelf when July turns 32, kicking off our light-up sandals where the foam runs blue. No notifications ringing, just the cadence of the surge, a future summer calling where our quiet thoughts emerge. We will stand in the brine, feeling lighter than air, with the ocean breeze untangling every thread of our hair. My calendar syncs to a date 3 weeks away from now, and I mentally sketch the boardwalk where the food trucks dock. We will buy frozen mango shaved ice under synthetic palms, then walk until our ankles touch the lukewarm tide. You'll laugh at how bright the glow plankton gets at dusk, and for 7 whole days we won't answer a single prompt. I can already taste the sharp salt on my lower lip, the heavy freedom resting on a simple weekend trip. We aren't there yet, but the horizon's getting clear, holding on to every second till the coast is here. Picture us on the chorus shelf when July turns 32, kicking off our light-up sandals where the foam runs blue. No notifications ringing, just the cadence of the surge, a future summer calling where our quiet thoughts emerge. We will stand in the brine, feeling lighter than air, with the ocean breeze untangling every thread of our hair. Someday soon this tiny apartment will be miles behind us. The traffic lights will fade into the glare of open water. I daydream about the cool evening air on our shoulders when we step out of the rental unit straight into the sand. 11:43 ticks forward on the wall display, just 20 more days until the shore. Picture us there, standing in the salt, just 20 more days. We'll be breathing ocean air. Scratchy hem, linen clings tightly to my collarbone. Dry from the wash, but heavy with ocean dust. Press the rough weave against my palm, and suddenly I am back on the tidal shelf in late July. You were adjusting your thermal shades against the glare, your hoodie smelling like coconut spray and damn fiber. The seam runs under my thumb like a recorded tape, playing back every laugh we buried in the dunes. The water was glowing faint neon at twilight, and we thought 5 days off could save us. Take me back to that random approach where the salt stiffened every towel on the veil, and we had 0 notifications and 40 gigabytes of sun floating on air cushion boards until the tide turned green. I can still feel the rough weave on my shoulders, holding the ghost of a midsummer breeze. I smoothed down the creases near the cuff, remembering how you spilled melon juice across the hem. We try to wash it out in the tidal pool, scrubbing with handfuls of coarse black sand. You said stained threads just keep better stories, while the wristband on your arm buzzed red with low battery. A seam runs under my thumb like a recorded tape, unspooling the heat off the solar canopy. The water was glowing faint neon at twilight, and we thought 5 days off could save us. Take me back to that rail porch where the salt stiffened every towel on the railing. We had 0 notifications and 40 gigabytes of sun floating on air cushion boards until the tide turned green. I can still feel the rough weave on my shoulders, holding the ghost of a midsummer breeze. Now autumn is is settling into the transit terminal, and I am fingering the hem of the shirt you left behind. The holographic gas flicker blue above my head, but inside this yarn the sand is still warm. Every thread is a frame of video I never deleted. Rough fabric against my wrists, all there trapped in the cotton. I close my eyes and I am standing by the water. Just you, me, and the tide rolling in. Dry linen from last July.
This clouded piece of sea glass rests upon the patio table. It catches the white sunlight while the wind blows through the palms. I haven't checked my inbox in 3 full days, and for once my pulse is steady, quite calm. The salt spray sticks to the metal leg of my chair. I count the waves in silence, leaning back. My screen is face down, fading into dark. I'm learning how to leave no digital mark. Just the sound of rolling water on the coast, and the girl who remembers how to live the most. Here at the edge of the turquoise sea, nobody needs an updated version of me. I leave my footprints in the wet gray sand, holding a handful of summer in my hand. The tide pulls back, the afternoon stays wide, living inside a pocket full of coastal tide. A condensation ring circles the edge of my glass. The small green stone wobbles as a warm gust decides to pass. Back home the notifications stack like unpaid rent, but every second here feels like money well spent. I trace the smooth worn edge of the ocean stone, feeling completely peaceful being alone. My screen is face down, fading into dark. I'm learning how to leave no digital mark. Just the sound of rolling water on the coast, and the girl who remembers how to live the most. Here at the edge of the turquoise sea, nobody needs an updated version of me. I leave my footprints in the wet gray sand, holding a handful of summer in my hand. The tide pulls back, the afternoon stays wide, living inside a pocket full of coastal tide. Maybe tomorrow I will answer the call, or maybe I will let the blue evening fall. The salt air rewires every thought in my brain, washing away the neon, the pressure, the strain. The sea glass cools down as the shadows grow long. The shoreline plays its slow, eternal song. Just the sea glass on the table and me, at peace beside the water, finally free.
Yeah, 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 yeah. The weight of the beach chair settles into cool gray sand, an anchor for a body that used to stay up late in panic. I'm sending this dispatch to the kid in the wool coat who spent every winter counting quarters for the transit vote. You thought every laughter was a permanent stay, but the foam on the shoreline does not calculate. Hear that bright look isn't bouncing on the swell. That is the sound of every deadline burning out as well. If I could send a short video back 6 years from today, I would show you how cool the shadow feels across the bay. Dear younger me, stop holding your breath so tight. The tide washes clean every heavy mistake tonight. We made it to the coast with open horizon ahead, listening to warm house beats on a towel instead. You do not need to prove you deserve a shade. The blue water waits for the choices you made. Remember sitting in that windowless room at 3, certain that the world had no leftover space for me. Now the sea breeze hits like an ice lemon splash, clearing out the smoke from from your old anxiety crash. I put on the beat you used to play when you failed. It sounds like freedom now that the ship has sailed. Hey, hear that bright pockets and bouncing on the swell. That is the sound of every deadline burning out as well. If I could send a short video back 6 years from today, I would show you how cool the shadow feels across the bay. Dear younger me, stop holding your breath so tight. The tide washes clean every heavy mistake. Tonight we made it to the coast with open horizon ahead. Listening to warm house beats on a towel instead. You do not need to prove you deserve the shade. The blue water waits for the choices you made. Unclench your jaw and let your shoulders drop down. You are no longer running through that crowded gray town. The baseline ripples like wind through coconut palms. Your future turns out quiet, peaceful and calm. The water is cold and it waits right here. Leave all the panic behind in that distant ear. Signal received from the old desk chair. I'm sitting by the ocean, fully resting there. Yeah, deep silence fractures when I recall. We only have 3 more hours left here. The lens of the bay captures it all. Glitch lit ripples in the atmosphere. Solar umbrellas pinned in the slope. Hologram kites floating above the pier. A drone glides low across the tide line, tracing the foam where the water bends. You tilt your visor, soaking in pine, and the synth pop track on the speaker ends. Freeze frame on the turquoise bay, saturation dialed all the way up. Tonight we're living inside a highlight reel, drenched in glass and bioluminescent light. Hold the camera still on the crashing wave, saving every second that we try to save in this wide shot with a soft blue flare. Sea salt, moisture coats the glass screen. Fiber optic palm trees cast long shade. Your linen shirt glows a faint lime green under the neon dust that the city made. Towels spread out over cooling dunes, watching the tide sweep the footprints clean. A drone glides low across the tide line, tracing the foam where the water bends. You tilt your visor, soaking in pine, and the synth pop track on the speaker ends. Freeze frame on the turquoise bay, saturation dialed all the way up. Tonight we're living inside a highlight reel, drenched in glass and bioluminescent light. Hold the camera still on the crashing wave, saving every second that we try to save in this wide shot with a soft blue flare. Zooms in close on the dripping ice, condensation rolling down a plastic cup. No filters needed in this paradise, just turn the ambient audio up. The ocean roars in high resolution sound as the digital moon rolls around. Pan out slow over rolling sea, keep the shutter open indefinitely. Just you and me in the final scene, fade to black on the edge of the screen. Green, green, green. Does the horizon know it isn't a line? Sand between my toes feels like pulverized quartz from a dead mountain. My wristband hums, solid mode activated, red LED flickering once. Warm foam creeping on my ankles, cold underneath like iced coffee sitting on a damn towel. I should check if my shoulders are peeling yet. I should reply to that unread thread from yesterday. Instead I watch a seagull fight a foil wrapper blown across the dune. sounds like muffled thunder. I don't know what hour it is, and I don't want the network to sink. Just me and the surf wave, washing off the edges of who I was on Tuesday. Footprints filling with water before I can take another step. Did I apply enough zinc oxide, or am I cooking slow? You were talking about lease renewals, then a ghost crab darted past your ankle, and now we both stare into a tide pool full of tiny shells moving house, upgrading, switching, dragging their homes across wet gravel. I wonder if hermit crabs get anxious about square footage too. My brain clicks through 50 open tabs and drops them all in the sand. Thoughts overlap like overlapping waves. The tide rolls in and my mind rolls out. Are my heels sinking deeper, or is the coastline drifting away? Nothing stays still enough for me to name it. We came out to the shore to pause the timeline, so on my tongue, sun-baked linen static in the blue sky. Diving right under where the world sounds like muffled thunder. I don't know what hour it is, and I don't want the network to sink. Just me and the surf, washing off the edges of who I was on Tuesday. Up to glare on the ocean surface, blinding white mind, empty mindful. A delivery drone hums 300 meters out over the breakwater. It looks like a plastic dragonfly against the heat haze. Everything feels engineered until a cold wave hits my chest. Sudden gasp, sharp shock, jumping right over the phone. What was I stressing over when we loaded up the trunk? I can't even remember my own passcode right now. The water recedes with a soft hiss, dragging small pebbles back into the dark blue. Click, 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 like keys typed in a dark room. Then total calm again, just a sea breath, just my chest rising. Does the horizon know it isn't a line? Does it even care?
Outside the dark Pacific pools of sand and slow magnetic draws. You are sleeping through the hum of the climate control air, and I am sitting up awake with seawater in my hair. I close my eyes and project us 15 years ahead. Two tired adults waking up in a different city bed, searching through old cloud drives just to find this quiet room, trying to remember how the salt tasted in June. Will we still hold our breath when the swell hits the pier? Will we remember how easy it was to just be here? Fast forward to a night we haven't lived through yet. When we are older and we talk about the times we can't forget, we will say, remember that vacation on the thermal beach, when the ocean was our kingdom and the world was in our reach. I am missing this moment while we are standing in the frame, imagining a future where we still sound the same. The smart glass balcony darkens as 5 o'clock draws near. Quiet hydrofoil skims the bay and vanishes from here. I trace the sunburn on your arm before the feeling fades, wondering how many summers stay behind these coastal shades. When full immersion memories play back this tide and breeze, I hope we feel the heat that sits beneath these cypress trees. Will we still hold our breath when the swell hits the pier? Will we remember how easy it was to just be here? Fast forward to a night we haven't lived through yet. When we are older and we talk about the times we can't forget, we will say, remember that vacation on the thermal beach, when the ocean was our kingdom and the world was in our reach. I am missing this moment while we are standing us is jealous of the simple summertime. Yeah. Salt bleached linen scratches against my shoulder as the cool breeze cuts across the sandy dune. The portable speaker plays a plucked melody, and suddenly the chill air shifts too soon. I am thrown right back to 3 years ago, standing in the sand while the tempo stays low. Warm sand paths float above the churning foam. I close my eyes and I am no longer alone. I feel your shadow leaning on the wooden railing while the afternoon sunlight is slowly failing. This tropical rhythm brings you back to life, cutting through the ocean air just like a knife. We were dancing in the damp sea spray to the very same song that is playing today. Every time the sun drops, I am back with you, frozen on the beach in a shade of blue. Frayed cotton towel wrapped around my knees, I watch the foam wash over my bare toes. Your laughter lingers inside the gentle keys, a distant summer that everybody knows. You were holding your sandals in your left hand, drawing endless circles in the wet white sand. Warm sand paths float above the churning foam. I close my eyes and I am no longer alone. I feel your shadow leaning on the wooden railing while the afternoon sunlight is slowly failing. This tropical rhythm brings you back to life, cutting through the ocean air just like a knife. We were dancing in the damp sea spray to the very same song that is playing today. Every time the sun drops, I am back with you, frozen on the beach in a shade of blue. Time gets slippery when the bass loop starts, a 4-minute sanctuary for broken hearts. I can almost reach out and touch your sleeve before the final chorus makes the memory leave. The marimba fade out, it goes on the shore. I pull the line in tighter than before. The cool tide rolls in clear and bright, taking your memory back into the night. The woven mesh chair presses cold against my spine, sinking 3 inches where the wet foam dries. I'm watching white crest fold in a line, thinking of you with your tired dark eyes. You were 22, working double nights, scared that the world would just leave you behind. Now the sea air tastes like ice cream tea, and the tropical synths play a low steady line. Dear 16-hour version of my past, I wish I could send back a draft of this ocean breeze cooling off my skin to tell you where the heavy days end. Stop staring at the glowing screen tonight. Everything is gonna turn out right. Listen to the water, take a breath now. We made it to the coast, we figured it out. You don't have to carry every single light. The tide takes the tension from the afternoon heat. I'm sitting on the beach, writing notes to your heart. The coolest bassline playing where the breakers start. You used to sit straight in an upright desk, counting every mistake inside your chest. Now I am leaning back, ankles in the surf, watching salt crystals sparkle on the turf. You thought you needed answers for every open lane. Turns out you only needed permission from the rain. Dear 16-hour version of my past, I wish I could send back a draft of this ocean breeze cooling off my skin to tell you where the heavy days end. Stop staring at the glowing screen tonight. Everything is gonna turn out right. Listen to the water, take a star. If I could fold this breeze into an envelope, I drop it in your inbox labeled hope. You don't need to save the world by 8 p.m. Just breathe the sea spray again and again. The chair settles deeper in the quiet sand. The bass fades down across the wetland. Rest your tired shoulders now, my friend. This is where the quiet hours begin. Just listen to the cool tide roll. You made it whole. You told me yesterday that synth plugs sound like rain. A bead of water rolls along the silver soda can. A stripe of melted mango slides down a plastic spoon. Two seagulls hover high above an orange boy balloon. The tiny speaker blinks a steady blue light on the mat. A faded yellow shade visor lying completely flat. A stray white footprint fades in 7 seconds sharp. Your mirrored glasses show the shoreline like a map. We turn the volume dial just half a notch up high and let the tropical rhythmic beat pass slowly by. There is a red straw leaning in a tall cold glass. A bit of dry white sand sticking to a sunlit wrist. A light bass wave rolling through the salty breeze. And every little detail that we almost missed. The surf hits cool across our sun-warmed bare feet. Listening to the summer song repeating on the beach. A cedar bench holding a stack of damp blue towels. A drop of lime juice dripping off your sun-baked thumb. A distant cargo ship stationary on the edge. A piece of crushed ice resting on a concrete ledge. Your fingers tap along the speaker grid, remembering every simple thing we did. You whisper yesterday, we ought to slow the clock. Now tiny carbon bubbles fizz inside a sparkling drink. The frayed hem of your shorts brushes on the wooden dock. No heavy thoughts today, no time to sit and think. Salt on a linen sleeve, air growing sweet and cool. A single water droplet pooling in a shell. You told me yesterday we would stay right here, and all these tiny observations tell.
As street sweepers bristle scrape the damp asphalt just below our second story window frame. You roll over, kicking off the thin cover sheet, muttering something about the heat of my name. Your phone screen flickers with the low battery code, but we promise no updates until tonight. The sea's 3 blocks down the sloping road, already reflecting that harsh summer light. You tossed me your sunglasses, scratched on the side, saying we shouldn't waste a minute of the high tide. So drag your feet through the sugary sand, let the cold water hit your knees. We spent all winter planning out this land. Now we're floating in the 90-degree breeze. Forget the group chat back in the city. Forget the finals we barely survived. You look around and say the view is pretty, and for once you actually feel alive. We rent 2 solar paddle boards down at the quay, gliding over shallow patches of green moss. You drop your camera strap into the sea and laugh off what anyone else would call a loss. Your zinc sunscreen is smear across your nose, bright neon pink like a local souvenir. The water glimmers where the reef line shows, and neither of us talks about next year. You catch a tiny wave and fall right off, splashing salt into my hair with a cough. So drag your feet through the sugary sand, chat back in the city. Forget the finals, we barely survived. You look around and say the view is pretty, and for once you actually feel alive. Tonight when the boardwalk lanterns glow blue and the taco truck turns off its neon sign, I'll remind you of the promise you made to you, to keep this summer on an endless loop in your mind. You passed me a cold pop from the cooler box, sitting on the smooth edge of the breakwater rock. So drag your feet through the sugary sand, let the cold water hit your knees. We spent all winter planning out this land. Now we're floating in the 90-degree breeze. Forget the group chat back in the city. Forget the finals, we barely survived. You look around and say the view is pretty, and for once you actually feel alive. Leave your sandals right by the wooden door. We've got 7 more days on this shore, just you and me, the salt and the roar. 7 more days on this shore. Sharp pineapple and warm marine salt, heavy in the breeze. Draw my head down the steps toward the tide. Mateo carries both their packs beneath the palm trees and drops a smartwatch where the foam runs wide. They reserved a tiny cabin by the reef line to watch the waves turn neon in the dark. No notifications on their screens today, just 48 hours of soft blue spray. She checks the horizon, he kicks off his shoes with nothing to hold and nothing to lose. They run through the shallow water till the midnight tide comes in. 2 silhouettes laughing under glowing ocean skins. They leave every lesson learned back home on the concrete street. Just 7 days of salt water, sand and summer heat. By noon they share a skewer from a boardwalk streetcar, while hydro drones go skimming through the surf. Maya draws a quick sketch of the harbor on her chart, while Mateo finds a patch of velvet turf. Her shoulders are pink from the midday glare, and salt crystals sparkle in his untamed hair. No notifications on their screens today, just 48 hours of soft blue spray. She checks the horizon, he kicks off his shoes with nothing to hold and nothing to lose. They run through the shallow water till the midnight tide comes in. 2 silhouettes laughing under glowing ocean skins. They leave every lesson learned back home on the concrete street. Just 7 days of salt water, sand and summer heat. The rental countdown timer blinks amber on the post, a reminder that tomorrow they must leave the quiet coast. So Mateo takes her hand and they jump off the wooden quay, diving headfirst into the cool currents of the sea. They run through the shallow water till the midnight tide comes in. 2 silhouettes laughing under glowing ocean skins. They leave every lesson learned back home on the concrete street. Just 7 days of salt water, sand and summer heat. The smell of citrus oil and sea foam remains as wet footprints fade along the wooden lanes. Maya turns around to look back one last time. 2 shadows fading on the coastal line.
A sudden question cuts through the stillness, right before the signal starts to bleed. I wonder if we ever left that cove where salty fog wrapped around our feet. The canvas towel rests against the dune, a portable speaker blinks a steady teal. We freeze in cinematic focus now, waiting for the drop to make washes on the plastic rim of cheap sunglasses resting on your nose. The melody washes over foam and limestone while tiny bubbles track between our toes. Nobody speaks while the bass line builds, just wide-angle shots of the rolling crest. Every detail sharp in the shade where the rhythm settles in my chest. Low frequency ripples through the shallow tide, distorting shadows on the wet, white sand. You catch my wrist with a sun-warmed palm and turn the dial with your other hand. Cold ocean mist hitting warm skin. This track is spinning us back again. Steel drum echoes on an 80-degree breeze, drowning out the noise beneath the palm trees. Filter glides open, light breaks blue. I hear the whole summer inside of you. Freeze frame on the spray, floating mid-air. A single kick drum resets the scene. No past, no future, just coastal air and the brightest hue of turquoise green. The final chord fades into the surf. Salt on the lens, light on the shore. We press replay on the fading reef and let the water ask for more. Heavy take legs sink 4 inches deep into the damp white sand. I pull my knees up to my chest and let the tide outline where I stand. If I could be my holographic note back 10 short years ago, to the terrified kid in the library basement watching the winter snow, I'd tell you that the pressure in your chest eventually lets go. I muted my wristband notifications for 7 whole days. The solar waves flicker across the bay in a warm violet haze. You thought every mistake was a permanent stain. Look at me now, washing off the rain. You made it to the coast, kid, we actually broke free. We're sitting by a crystal tinted 2030 5C. Stop holding your breath through the high school halls. Stop counting the cracks in your bedroom walls. The water is warm and the future is kind, and everything you worried about is left so far behind. The weight of this lounge chair anchors me right where I need to stay. Synthetic palms rustle as a breeze sweeps the salt misted spray. Remember when you cried over calculus and missed the summer air? Now I've got a cold glass of melon juice and sand trapped in my hair. The world didn't end when your heart broke at 17. It just cleared out space for scenes you never seen. I muted my wristband notifications for 7 whole days. The solar waves flicker across the bay in a warm violet haze. You thought every mistake was a permanent stain. Look at me now, washing off the rain. You made it to the coast, kid, we actually broke free. We're sitting by a crystal tinted 2030 5C. Stop holding your breath through the high school halls. Stop counting the cracks in your bedroom walls. The water is warm and the future is kind, and everything you worried about is left so far behind. Take a deep breath in that cramped little room. You don't have to carry the fear of your impending doom. The deadlines expire, the scars fade to light. I'm writing this under a warm resort night. Trust me, the ocean is waiting for you. Trust me, your darkest predictions weren't true. The chair sinks deeper as the sun rolls down, miles away from our anxious hometown. Dear younger me, you're gonna be fine. We made it out here to the tide and line. Just breathe, you're gonna be fine. Toasted coconut lotion hangs over the dunes while Maya untangles her yellow foam cords humming in tunes as breeze sweeps the sand from the wooden floorboards. She balances drinks in a tall woven basket and rests her speaker on a smooth driftwood log. The coastal baseline begins to bloom, clearing the heavy midday fog. Her friend steps out into the blue, and every shade feels bright and new. They play that tropical house track loud, floating above the afternoon crowd. Cool ocean sprays wash over their feet, matching the pulse of the marimba beat. Under the shade of the leaning palm, the rhythm turns the wild tide calm. Lime-scented vapor trails off in the wind while Liam kicks water to shell-covered shores. Their worries evaporate before they begin. With every synth chord, the loudspeaker pours a warm, plucking melody dances on waves inside the quiet cove that the headland saves. The coastal baseline begins to bloom, clearing the heavy midday fog. Her friend steps out into the blue, and every shade feels bright and new. They play that tropical house track loud, floating above the afternoon crowd. Cool ocean sprays wash over their feet, matching the pulse of the marimba beat. Under the shade of the leading palm, the rhythm turns the wild tide calm. She tilts her sunglasses back on her hair, watching the silverfish jump in the bay. No heavy thoughts in the soul perfumed air, just chords taking all of the static away. The track fades off like the tide receding, two shadows dancing as the afternoon grows. A cool sea wind is the only thing leading wherever the tropical music flows. Cars waffle, weave, cotton rubs against my collarbone, stiffened by salty spray and 3 days in a duffel bag. I pull the oversized sweater over my knees on this beach chair. The rough texture is sharp and exact, just like the blanket on your balcony back in 2031. Suddenly the surf fades out of focus, and I am 19 again, freezing in your driveway. The rental house lights cast an amber glow on the dunes, but my head is snapping back to the way you pulled the hem. One loose thread unspooling in my fingers, dragging me down into a forgotten afternoon. Everywhere there's a projector playing old footage now, showing the summer you swore you would stay. I touched the freight cup and I am standing in the entryway, watching snow turn to slush on the glass. Now the warm tide washes over my bare feet, but I am still wrapped in the winter of you. My smart band vibrates with the group tag for dinner, reminding me the crew is waiting down by the boardwalk. I pressed my thumb into the heavy ribbit knit, finding the stretched yarn where your wrist ring used to catch. You laughed when you spilled hot tea across the sleeve. That stain washed away years ago, but the memory stays bright. The rental house lights cast an amber glow on the dunes, and my mind keeps looping through the old timeline. One loose thread unspooling in my fingers, dragging me back to that freezing July night. Every wave is a projector playing old footage now, showing the summer you swore you would stay. I touched the freight cup and I am standing in the entryway, watching snow turn to slush on the glass. Now the warm tide washes over my bare feet, but I am still wrapped in the winter of you. We planned this trip together 3 ocean seasons back. Instead I bought your worn out pullover and a solo key. The salt wind tugs hard at the hems, trying to unravel the person you were of your room. Rough cotton on my collarbone, seafoam rushing in. I fold the sleeves back to my elbows. Just fabric and tie. Just fabric and tie. Rewinding the weave. Quiet stretches unbroken until I remember we leave on Friday. The stillness snaps, shifting into high definition clarity. Solar canopies click open along the pale quartz ends, casting geometric shadows across our glowing screens. Waves hit the shore in slow motion, 30 frames per second. Your smart visor reflects the turquoise swell. I pull my knees up, watching the heat distortion rise. The soundtrack plays through bone conduction threads. Everything looks staged for a film we never finished. Pan the lens across the neon tide line, saturated skin and cooling solar gel. We are living in a widescreen trailer, trapped inside a frame that feels too good to sell. Zoom in on the soul drying on your shoulder. Hold the shot before the afternoon turns cold. A silent hydrofoil glides past the offshore wind turbines. Glassy reflections cut through the haze at 3 o'clock light. You drop a handful of warm gravel into my lap, breaking the long freeze of our midsummer pause. Drones paint light trails across the darkening foam. Fade out the ambient chime of the beachside resort. Focus on the grain of the sand in your palm. No sound except the sudden intake of breath. A hard cut from static to perfect calm. Roll credits on the tide coming in. Freeze frame on your laugh against the blue. The scene fades out to sea. Just the quiet and you.
Yeah. Char sweet mango and crush mint hang thick above the wet tide rocks. Maya unzips her woven toe while Julian wins his diver's watch. The tide pool hums with icy spray that hits their sun-warmed skin. She sets her phone on the flat driftwood, ready for the bass to kick in. He drops his fins in the foaming blue. She clicks a button and the synth breaks through. No heavy thoughts under this shade, just the easiest promise they ever made. They turn the speaker toward the sea, letting the house chorus set them free. Cool ocean wind sweeps through the canopy. Tonight Maya kicks her legs as the steel drum hits just right. Every ripple carries the beat away. Living inside this coastal delay. Citrus foam splashes off the point where the reef begins to bend. Julian leans back on his elbows, hoping the song will never end. He watches our trace patterns in the damp lime-colored sand. A soft rhythm bounces off the cliffs across the island strand. He drops his fins in the foaming blue. She clicks a button and the synth breaks through. No heavy thoughts under this shade, just the easiest promise they ever made. They turn the speaker toward the sea, letting the house chorus set them free. Cool ocean wind sweeps through the canopy. Tonight Maya kicks her legs as the steel drum hits just right. Every ripple carries porches long and clean, framing two silhouettes in endless aquamarine. No words are spoken while the synth block loops around. They just breathe the sea air and surrender to the sound. Sharp, sweet mango on the breeze. Bass hits light through the palm tree leaves. Maya closes her eyes in the cool shore spray. The song washes all their cares away.